Hey guys, welcome back to Struggleville YouTube channel. For this video, we're going to check out the Lowe's Black Friday sale ad. Now, prices in here start on the 23rd, go through the 29th. We do have some in-store only deals. We have this first page here where it's one day only on the 24th. I will put a link down below to all 12 pages of this ad so you can check it out. Also, I'm going to try and do this little YouTube shopping thing, and I'll put some links to some of the better deals that we find here. Starting out, we have the Cobalt three-piece stackable storage system. It's going to be on sale for just $119. Every company in the world now has one of these mobile deals. Tupperware is going to come out with one. Sally Mae is going to have one. Everybody, they all have it. So you really just got to pick your poison. Now, if you are a millionaire, you can go all out into the Milwaukee pack-out system. But for the rest of us schlubs that can't spend that kind of money, Cobalt and Klein and Rigid and Hart, everybody has one. So just pick whatever you like. But 119 is not a bad price, and they are really useful to have. Tools super portable, can keep them organized. So I do kind of like that deal. Now, I really like this Craftsman tape measure deal because they're 25-foot tapes. You're getting two of them for $9.98. That's $5 a tape. If you're going to be in the store, you see these, just throw them in your cart. You're never going to beat that deal, even if you just use them as beaters, loaners, whatever. You're not going to beat $5 a tape. And then the Craftsman drill kit here, we have a lot of actually pretty decent Craftsman deals. This one I'm not crazy about because pretty regularly you can get a drill kit or an impact driver kit for the Craftsman lineup for about $59. So $10 cheaper, but as far as being like a front page Black Friday sale ad, that's not that impressive. We have this little toy looking Cobalt 2 drawer with the lift top, comes in three different colors. It's going to be $12.98. I mean, that is pretty cheap for a metal box, but you're pretty limited on what you're going to be putting in that. So I would definitely not just buy it on a whim, but have like a plan. Like, what are you actually going to use this for? Because you don't want to just waste space on something that you would end up never using. I feel like I'm going to be moving this little box around a lot. So going over here, we have two DeWalt kits. You can get the drill or you can get the impact driver at $99. Right around that price point, there are so many different options, even just within DeWalt's lineup, because DeWalt has 45 different drills and 36 different impact drivers. So it's an okay deal, but so many people already have the drill or the impact driver, so it's pretty limited on who would be interested in that. I kind of like this Craftsman deal because it's $99 for this kit, which is good, but it's nothing special. That's kind of a regular promotion that you can get on this, but you're also getting the 4 amp hour battery to go with it, and that's a very high value battery to add to that lineup, especially if you're taking advantage of a couple of other deals that we're going to talk about here in a second within Craftsman's lineup. It's really nice to have that for a couple bucks off on the air compressor. I still think there's such a small need for air compressors nowadays that I'm not totally impressed. $99 on the 277-piece mechanic tool set. This is another thing where everyone has their own. Last week we did a video breaking down all the parts and pieces that came in each of these kits. So I'll try and remember to link that down below, which by the way, if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to the channel because you miss out amazing things like that. Okay, now we got a whole page of really good DeWalt stuff. So first off, and a lot of these are available at other stores. So if you see something you really like, take a second to check the other ones because there's a lot of overlap and you may have some differences in what your free items are, but the prices are probably going to be the same. So the first one we have is you buy one, get one. It's a 2-pack of 5 amp hour batteries, which are my personal favorite batteries. So I'm already liking this deal at $199. And then you're going to get one of these free tool options over here. Now, a couple of things to consider. This is the old angle grinder. This is probably a 12-year-old design. Yes, that means it's tried and true, and it's been around, and it has good reviews. So it's not like it's a bad tool, but it's got a motor with brushes in it, and it's an old design. So just keep that in mind. The impact driver, it's a good impact driver. It's the XR version, but it's a low value tool generally speaking, so I probably wouldn't go that route with it. The kit for the oscillating tool right now, I think even Amazon maybe has it, but probably other retailers as well. It's a 1.3 or 1.5 amp hour battery, the oscillating tool, and a charger for $99. So if you want the multi-tool, go that route with it. Don't use it for this promotion. It's just not your greatest value. So really what you're looking at is coming right through here. The circular saw, the reciprocating saw, or the jigsaw, just from a straight value standpoint, whichever of those you could use is your best. Now, if we look at the buy and get two free tools here, it's $4.49. One of your tools is a light, which boo. If you want the light, find a used one or something on eBay because you can get it super cheap. It just doesn't have much value. So then within this kit, we're getting an impact driver. So we're not going to use that impact driver as our free tool. We're also getting the reciprocating saw. So we're not going to get the reciprocating saw. So we're picking two right in here. But as we previously mentioned for this deal, the angle grinder, not a huge value, and the oscillating tool, not a huge value. So the only way this is a good deal is if you are interested in both the circular saw and the jigsaw. And that's the only time I would even consider it. Here we have a little two-tool combo. Pretty basic. You're getting 2 amp hour batteries for $149. Again, such a limited market. I like these types of deals where I can choose the tool I want because so many of us do not need an impact driver or a drill at this point. $299, saving $100 on the 8 1/4 job site table saw. It's a good price, but it's not really like a Black Friday price. When this is on sale, this is the sale price we get. So you'll probably get a couple of times a year. We have the opportunity to get this price on it. Kind of the same for the miter saw here, $399. It's a 12-inch slider, which I really like. That's the main, I don't have a DeWalt, but 12-inch sliding miter saw. Some people would complain maybe a little bit about the accuracy of that, but it's so versatile on all the different things you can cut. And I'm not that accurate to begin with. I could have the best saw in the damn world, and my cuts are still not going to be right. So what do I care? It's close enough. Anyways, I like the 12-inch slider. And then look, the 12-volt DeWalt lineup doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's actually pretty damn decent, and people just don't seem to be that interested in it, but I really like it, especially you're using the same charger for the 12s and the 20s, and these things are so lightweight and compact, they almost feel like toys in your hand, but hey, I haven't broke one yet. I have several of the 12-volt tools. I like it. So that being said, of course, it's doing a two-tool kit with a drill and an impact driver. The only decent thing about that is these things are super compact, and you probably don't have the drill and impact driver in a 12-volt system, even though if you already have the 20 volt, you may not have a need for it. So all of that to get to your free tool options, I almost never would get a free battery because it's just not a great value for you. Here, the one-handed reciprocating saw probably isn't monetary wise the best value, but is really handy with how small it is. And there's tons of things, garage, shop, yard, that you can use a little one-handed reciprocating saw like that. So it's a pretty good tool. I really like the ratchet, and I really like the impact wrench. Those would probably be the two that I personally would go with if I picked up this deal. So now we have some Craftsman ones. I really like this deal, and they've had this before with different free tool options, but you're getting the 4 amp hour battery and the charger for $99. So kind of similar to the one up top where you've got a free 4 amp hour battery. They're including the same battery here, but this time you're getting to pick your tool to go with it. And they're decent options. They're decent options. I don't know. As long as you can have a use for one. I'm trying to think. Yeah, they're okay. Here we're getting that free 4 amp hour battery. Now this deal is really good because you're getting a 6 tool. You're getting two 2 amp hour batteries, which those aren't the greatest, but they will work good for drill, impact driver, and the LED light. But then they're throwing in that 4 amp hour battery. So when you add the 4 amp hour battery, you're really rounding out that kit because it'll be much better to be used on the circular saw and the reciprocating saw. And it kind of just gives you everything you need and really gets you a good starting point. 6 tools, 2 batteries, that's 8 pieces. The free battery is 9 pieces. We're going to call the charger and bag a 10th piece. You're down to $20 an item, right? $3.99 for their little cart, made in USA. I don't have any experience at all with the Craftsman workstation or toolboxes or anything. Only $5 off on the wet dry vac. I don't think I'm going to care about that. Not a huge fan of this set here. It's $70 and it's not a ton of pieces. And we even do have some filler, so at $99 on those bigger kits. And we've even seen some smaller portable kits that I like better than that. This one, $99, may be worth cross-referencing with like that Cobalt or the video I talked about we did last week, but I doubt that one's a better value. But I do really like this here because any nail guns, cordless nail guns are just expensive. This one's $99. Yes, you're getting the free brad nails, which doesn't really put it over the top for me, but $99 for the nail gun is pretty good, especially if you're going to do something that gives you like one of those free 4 amp hour batteries. So on to Cobalt. Tell me this is not weird. Spend and get free seems like such odd wording. Like, who wrote that and thought, oh, let's put that on the page? Spend and get free. It just sounds stupid. How about buy and get one free? That sounds good. 4 amp hour batteries. You're getting the 2-pack for $149, and then we get to get a free tool over here. Pretty similar selection as we saw in the other brands. Now let's look at for their buy one and get 2 tools. It's $2.99. We're getting 4 tools. Ooh, only includes 1 battery. God, that's terrible. That's a terrible, terrible idea. If you wanted to do, I'd rather have two amp hour batteries than one 4, only because I could have one on the charger while using the other. Now, if you did not get anything else in Cobalt's lineup, that 4 amp hour battery goes dead and you're just dicked. What are you going to do? And then they don't even give you the option for a battery over here. In that instance, I might like the battery only because we're only getting one in our kit. Includes 4 amp hour battery. I'm telling you, it doesn't look like it has a second one. That's terrible for a 4-tool kit. Okay, so then we're going to get 2 tools, so we're going to have 6 tools and 1 battery. Yeah, that was planned out real well. Good job. Must be the same guy who came up with spend and get. So I don't like that. Even if the value-wise at $2.99 and you're getting 6 total tools, I mean, if you have other Cobalt batteries already because you're already in the lineup, then great. But in that case, you probably already have the drill and the impact driver, so you'd have redundant tools. Okay, so I don't love that. Now, something I do love though, all these gifts under $10. If I go to Lowe's on Black Friday, I'm just going down the line and buying every one of them because they're all good deals and things that are like replenishables, consumables that you will need. You have the DeWalt saw blade, you got your spider, a couple of bit sets and drive bits and drill bits. You got your spade bits over here. I mean, just everything. The inflator for $10, the little digital gauge. I mean, yes, yes. I'll just take them all. Thank you. Now, the gifts under $20, I'm not as excited about. Don't really care about these oscillating blades or like even this one I don't like at all. The little screwdrivers, that's fine. I do like these at $14.98. That's only $5 a piece for your folding utility knives. I really like those folding guys. Now we do have an option where you can get a 50-pack of replacement blades. Nah, I kind of rather just have the 3 instead. $15.98 for 3 locking pliers. Pretty good deal if you could use them. Don't like that deal. Screwdriver deal is okay. I don't really care about it. Now here's gifts under 30. I do like this 5-pack of the Cobalt pliers set. So for 5-pack, $25. That's $5 each. Your highest value are probably the groove joints here, and those look like linesmen over here. The needle nose, the diagonal cutters, and the slip joints are all lower value pliers. But at $5 a piece, you're still getting a good deal. Especially if you end up getting that Cobalt stack at the top, the 3-stack, you could really fill that thing up pretty reasonably, in a total all-encompass price by picking up a bunch of these little gift ideas or whatever they're calling them. So maybe something to think about, especially as a Christmas gift. Man, that would be a badass Christmas gift. You get that Cobalt thing with 3 stacks and then just full of a bunch of hand tools already, and you could probably do it for like, what was that, 119? Somewhere between 2 and 250, and you'd have that thing totally outfitted. That'd be a good deal. Talked about, I think this was the same bit set last time we were at Lowe's. They already had it on sale for $29.98. Sure looks like it, but that's a good deal. Mm, not crazy about that. Oh, getting into non-tool things. I saw this meme that was hilarious just while we're looking at these little blow-up things. It was a blow-up turkey, like a pilgrim turkey, and it was like standing over a sideways blown-up Santa, and it said, "Wait your turn, fat boy." I like that. Okay, things I don't like though, 1358. Look at this. It's a 40-foot extension cord. That's so weird. Everything I feel like goes 25 and then 50, 75, 100, the multiples there. So 40 foot is just kind of like an anomaly to me, but it's a 16 gauge and I cannot recommend a 16 gauge. The International Institute of Extension Cord Buyers have threatened my life if I ever recommend a 16 gauge extension cord, so it is not allowed. I will get death threats if I do it. We do have a couple of ladders here, $59.98 for the Werner 6-footer, and then $99 for the Little Giant multi-position guy, which for $99, that's a really good deal, and I love those little ladders. I mean, they're heavy as shit, so that kind of sucks. But they are very useful, and this one, especially the little 13, that is so compact, you could put it in the trunk of your Jetta. And I know, because I just saw a guy whip one out of there a couple of weeks ago. Let's see, what else do we got here? This stuff I'll let you guys look at. Not really interesting to me. Of course, appliances. There's always good appliance deals on Black Friday, but not anything I'm going through. And that gets us to the end, guys. So there it is. Again, I'll have the link down below to this ad if you want to check it out. Also, I'm going to try and do that YouTube shopping thing, which you've probably already seen as we've gone through the video. I don't know what I'll be able to find. I'm going to pick out what things I think are the best, and hopefully they're also available online. Maybe that's helpful for you guys finding stuff. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Make sure you give the video a like, subscribe for a nice subscriber, and I'll see you guys next time.